Good evening, everyone. We're in Central Park on Central Park West. It's 8 o'clock p.m. in New York, and we are starting our walk. Welcome. We are approximately at West 70th Street, and Central Park West is to our left. And we are approaching the area of Central Park that is called Strawberry Fields. It's up ahead, so we'll see what is going on there first. Then we will probably walk into Upper West Side and walk around Upper West Side a little bit. Welcome, welcome. We're streaming live from Central Park, New York City. It is 8 o'clock p.m. and it's getting darker, a little bit darker than a few minutes ago. Look at this spot. This spot is super dark. You don't even know who is hiding there on the left and right hand side. Hopefully nobody. Welcome, everyone. This is Central Park in New York City. It's a little cloudy and it feels like it's going to rain soon, but at the same time, they're not forecasting anything anytime soon, within at least several hours for sure. Let's see if they're right or wrong. Don't be shy, give us a like and say hi in the chat. Zilch, hi. Good evening and welcome. So this path is right near Central Park West, and this is about 71st, 72nd Street almost. Zorina, hi there. Joseph, yo. So this is Central Park West right here. And let's see if we can get out of the park along this fence. This way or that way? Nope. We could, but we're not going to do that. Tunnel was kind of cool looking, yep. Cool, but at the same time you have to be super careful. Katya, good evening. Karaoke to New York. It is a weird weather. It's 67 Fahrenheit. It's a little windy and it's really humid. This is San Remo building with those two towers right there. So somehow we passed 72nd because we continued on the path, but we're going to exit, and at the first exit we can possibly use to our left, and then we're going to walk along the park a little bit, and then we will walk into Central Park West. Thank you for your likes. The more likes, the more people will find our stream, so thank you. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe with all notifications if you like our content. Thank you. Yeah, you should really know your way around the park sometimes. You would be expecting some sort of exit to Central Park West anyway here, but no, this path is going probably all the way to 79th Street. There's one of the lakes there. You can see the water. Joanne, good night, Ellen, everyone. Good night. See, you're right next to the exit, basically, right next to the street, and at the same time, it is higher than our level here. So this is the elevation from here all the way up. Probably about 30 feet or so. And if you're trying to exit, you will need to continue walking until you actually find the exit. Next one's probably 79th Street. Which is very close by anyways. See, another area of Central Park that we didn't walk yet much, but here we are. There's another overpass is coming up. We hear the subway train. Subway train is almost below us, a little below and to the left. Look at this overpass. It's actually a bridge. This is a quieter portion of the walk as we're walking in Central Park. So the street lights are on. It's darker and darker by the minute. It's been raining super heavily overnight and in the morning hours. But it wasn't raining all day. Now we hear echo. Yeah, echo is pretty strong here. You can tell. Wow. Very good spot to perform any instrument that would sound far away. Hey Joseph, good evening and welcome. It's a little maintenance vehicle. Teresa, greetings, Mr. Allen, everyone. Hey, Terry, Canada. Echo, yes, echo. That was very strong, actually. And it's not like we even yelled. No, just talked, and you could hear it probably. Not too many people here. We will exit the park very soon. We'll exit to our left, probably around 79th Street, right there. Yep, we see the American Museum of Natural History from here, which is on 79th Street. It's actually taking several street blocks, but it's across the street, across Central Park West. We're going to exit there. Terry Canada, I would be nervous walking parks at night. Yes, that's not recommended. Not recommended at all. Especially those dark spaces. Jessam, good evening. We exit in the park at probably this is about 78th Street or 77th, because 79th is at the end of the museum right there, a little ahead of us. This is Museum of Natural History, American Museum of Natural History. Eva Juan, João, boa noite. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your subscriptions. This is American Museum of Natural History. So now we are on Central Park West, answering the Terry Canada question. From 60s to 110s. This park, if from bottom up to bottom, 50 street blocks. Each street block, 20 street blocks is about a mile, so 2.5 miles long, which is what, about 4 kilometers long, and 3 very long avenue blocks wide. So it is a huge space, and inside the park you can pick and choose which way you want to walk. And this is very diverse, so to speak, the way you can explore the park. See this fence? This is where Teddy Roosevelt's statue used to stand. In fact, the whole dedication up there is to Theodore Roosevelt. It's a State of New York memorial to Theodore Roosevelt, great leader of the youth of America, in energy and fortitude in the faith of our fathers, in defense of the rights of the people, in the love and conservation of nature, and of the best in life and in man. You could not say better about anyone. However, Teddy Roosevelt statue had Teddy Roosevelt on top of the horse, and 2 other figures, and at some point in the recent past that statue was considered to be a little bit inappropriate for current day situation, and therefore it has been removed from here, and now it will be placed somewhere in Theodore Roosevelt Museum, somewhere in North or South Dakota, pretty far away. But the text on top above the entrance is still there, and it's pretty interesting that the text is dedication to Theodore Roosevelt, and the monument is no longer there. But overall, this museum is super fantastic. You know, you can pay as you wish, not for special exhibits, but general entrance is pay as you wish, and if you want to attend the exhibits, then those have their own price. Unlike in Metropolitan Museum of Art, that one ticket gives you access to all the exhibits inside the museum. However, to pay what you wish, you should be a resident of tri-state area, which is New York, states of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Yep, Teddy Roosevelt's riding the horse statue gone. And now we see that fence in front of the museum. What they're gonna do instead of it, no one knows. Yep, that's what they filmed the Night at the Museum movie. Yes, absolutely. And this is New York Historical Society Museum and Library, and also Children's History Museum.
That's all right from bike lane. Fuck you! I'm sorry.
Oh, I would say the same exact. Seriously, I mean, they're annoying as F, you know, all these bicycles. For real. Yep, that's another example of a human on a bicycle with the earpiece and his, you know, loud music, and he was going through the bike lane without looking at any traffic lights at all. At the same time, cursing at people who are trying to cross the street, and people who are trying to cross the street were cursing back at him. So that was a typical New York. Hey Cecilia, good evening. Yeah, all those books are digital. See, below us is the subway line. A and D are express trains, and B and C are local trains. A stops and D, they stop at 59th Street, and then they go all the way to 125th Street. And B and C trains, the local, and they make 6 or 7 stops along the way. We are on Central Park West. This is the avenue along the western edge of Central Park, and we're walking southbound right now. Maria Cristina, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Boa noite. Thank you so much for your likes, and the more likes, the more tokens of appreciation you give us, the more YouTube and Google will promote our stream. Thank you. Also, if you'd like to support us as usual, we will say that you can kindly use SuperChats, SuperStickers, or Ko-Fis, Venmos, and Cash Apps. Thank you for all of your support. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It's getting windier and windier. This is San Remo building with 2 towers, as you can see. A lot of famous celebrities and just rich people overall live along this avenue, around these blocks. Terry Canada, hi from Tennessee. NY, good evening to you. We are approaching 72nd Street, and across the street there will be the Dakota building at 72nd. No, this one is a residential, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that this one is not a hotel. It's a monumental structure. Hey David, hi from Australia. Hi, welcome, good to see you. Teresa, yesterday on 5th Avenue side of Central Park for a street festival for museum and events for the public. Awesome. Yeah, to stream all this we should be full-time streamers, but you know, we're not. Therefore, there's so much more going on that any of the streamers combined can stream, but we do what we can. And thank you for enjoying it. This is West 74th Street. The Dakota building is between 73rd and 72nd, so right there in the center, in the middle of the screen, so is the Dakota building. very, very famous building historically, and it was called the Dakota because at the time of construction there was nothing around here, and it was so far away from downtown where the majority of life was happening. Then they called it the Dakota, as the Dakota, the state, is so far away from here. I guess that is why they call this building a Dakota. And of course, it is famous now because John Lennon lived here. Even though, again, we don't know who else lives here. Anna from Las Vegas, hi again. Welcome, welcome. This is the Dakota building, and we're looking at it from across from West 73rd Street. David, thank you so much for your super sticker and for your support as always. Thank you, thank you. And good morning. Central Park is to our left, right there. Avenue is called 8th Avenue, but so much cooler. And when Central Park ends, as Frederick Douglass Boulevard into Harlem. David says, love those buildings. Yeah, these are monumental. They don't build it like that anymore. It's all towers, usually. And they build them very quickly too, like building blocks. This is the entrance to Central Park at 72nd Street, West 72nd Street. And if you noticed, our signal may be laggy for a sec, or maybe a little longer. This is network issues. We apologize for network inconsistency, just in case. Right there in front of us is Strawberry Fields area, but before we go in there for a sec, take a look at the Dakota building here. See, the tree is blocking a little bit of it, but still you can tell it almost looks like some sort of a European castle, especially at the top of the building. This area is called Strawberry Fields, of course, dedication to John Lennon's song, as John Lennon lived across the street in the Dakota corner, and the whole bunch of groups and countries contributed into what is now known as Strawberry Fields. We will probably replace the music here because they're playing copyrighted stuff, but it's just for a moment. Okay, our audio is back. Our audio is back, and we are back in Central Park. Out of it soon. Just showing you Strawberry Fields area. The guy who's oftentimes we walk here and the musicians playing Beatles songs and John Lennon songs and just music in general, but it's too late for that probably. You're welcome, Joseph. The Dakota, yep. So we're going to keep right and walk southbound. See, we never have a permanent or pre-planned route, so to speak. We're just improvising. Yep, this is what's called Strawberry Fields here, next to Central Park West. Okay, our signal is back. Terry's asking, wonder if Ona lives in at Dakota still. Maybe, but you know, people of such magnitude, they live all over the world. They have property all over the world. Perhaps occasionally she visits or stays, but you know, hard to tell. It's humid today in New York. Perhaps it's gonna rain later. This is another view, the Dakota on the left and San Remo on the right. Looking back where we came from. Soho, how's our day? Not too bad. Thank you for asking. Terry says, internet says Yoko Ono still lives in the Dakota and says she saw Lennon's ghost there. Could be true. photos from around the world. Hi. As per NOAA, there is 60% chance for thunderstorms tonight. Thank you. And hi, photos from around New York. Looking at the sky is pretty cloudy, to be honest. Park West, straight down Columbus Circle at 59th Street. Scaffoldings, more scaffoldings. The wind is picking up, so perhaps the rain is coming soon, but not right away. PLA 30, you might get rain we had earlier today in Pittsburgh. Is it Pittsburgh? Yes, it's moving towards East Coast for sure. Welcome PLA 30. This is West 71st. The area is Central Park West and Upper West Side. Of course, the whole team of doormen here at every building. We see the towers of so-called Billionaire Row on 57 and 58th Street. And Midtown is there in front of us where Park ends and Midtown begins. Midtown Manhattan. This is entrance to 72nd Street Station. This entrance and the entrance on 72nd. This one is a few blocks down. This is basically the length of the platform. No, Freedom Tower from here. We could see it from Midtown and, you know, through certain areas, through certain avenues, but not from here. Unless you elevate it like you are on one of those top floors or maybe 5th floor and higher, you may be able to see it because we're looking southbound from here. So straight down somewhere is Freedom Tower, but not visible from here. This is just an apartment. I don't know if I should call it apartment building. It's probably understatement. It's a luxury condo, and it's probably a mixed use, perhaps. Darlene W, good evening, good evening. Hey Roy, good evening too. John and Yoko first lived at 21 Bank Street by the Hudson. Thank you, David. We're about to cross West 68th Street. And to zigzag a little bit, let's make a right and go from here to the next avenue. If you're walking by those towers and you don't look up, you don't even know how tall those towers are. Hello, hello, hello. So that tall one in the distance is not a Freedom Tower. It was not a Freedom Tower because those are just three very tall, fairly new constructions, and they are on West 57 and West 58 on 57th Street. Freedom Tower has its own shape, and it looks much more prominent than those towers, even though those towers are very high. It is beautiful evening. Less wind here. Look at this. All of a sudden, let's just look up a little bit. These brownstones. These are original architecture of Upper West Side. Could be Central Park Tower, yep. It's cute entrance with the lights. Eventually, probably within the next 50 years or so, probably the majority of construction will be very tall, narrow and tall at the same time, towers. And they will slowly replace older buildings. It's 67 degrees right now in New York, but it feels warmer than 67 because it's humid. It's very humid. We will not focus on dogs barking at each other. We will enjoy the architecture. You can only imagine the value, the market value of this narrow brownstone right there, stuck between the others. They're very narrow actually, but they're long inside. Lived in New York for about 20 years. Jesus says these are luxury apartments, co-ops, and condos, and they are very picky who they sell it to. Yep. For the $1 million apartments too, don't like high-profile celebrities with large fan bases. Yes, because they would like to stay quiet, and perhaps so. Kerry says, I hope New York never gets a bad earthquake. It will be dominoes here. Let's hope not. Dringer, hello, hello. Guten Abend. Perhaps gute Nacht. Even. Do we stop at the restaurants and stuff like that? We do, but before or after the stream?
Well, what they showed on the Tony said not take.
Oh, that's the French one. La boîte en bois. La boîte en bois. It's a French little restaurant right there down there. We are on Upper West Side. This is Columbus Avenue and West 68th Street. Katya, I show friends your lives of how the images are so clean. It looks like we're walking there with you. Thank you so much. Yes, this is what we try to do to make sure that we show you our walks as you would be walking in New York City. Thank you for doing that. Roy S. In which street are we now? We are on West 68th Street and Columbus Avenue. We will cross here, so we're waiting for on our light. As we wait, we're gonna look up another good, awesome one right there. And these are the original ones. 5-story buildings, usually 5, 6 maybe, or even lower. The lights are delayed. Let's jaywalk a little. This is West 68th Street, going towards Central Park. Columbus Avenue is a parallel avenue to Central Park West, the first parallel avenue. If you walk west from Central Park West toward Hudson River, Columbus Avenue is next, then Amsterdam, and then Broadway, and then a few more, and you will see the river. Used books, they're so used, and I don't know who sells them, but they keep them right here overnight. No one really takes them. They probably will cover the restaurant, but they don't even move them anywhere. So Starbucks, it's too late, they closed. So this place is called the Migrant Kitchen. Interesting name. That's a new one. What they do? Sandwiches, salads, pretty standard. We are on Columbus Avenue, and this is West 67th Street. At the end of this block is ABC Studios, I think. This is not the only location where ABC Studios is, but you also have them in Times Square, where they air their shows in the morning. But this one is, for instance, Live with Kelly and Ryan, is the studios are located in this building here. This is ABC building. Yeah, those books, but no one really cares about books anymore, especially used books. So Neo99, thank you so much. Good evening, and thank you for your support as always. Good evening, Al. Thank you for a relaxing walk tonight. Keep up the great work as always. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. Neo99, thank you. Those who have tickets for the show are, the gathering here, and then they're being led into the studio, for instance, for the audience, Those tickets can be obtained. They not necessarily cost anything. They just have to be applied for. Just like other, I guess, shows like Stephen Colbert, for example. Tickets are online. You just need to apply for them and then wait for the email, and hopefully you will get that email. And even if you get that email, you usually have to be there as early as possible to get a spot in a line that will more or less guarantee that you will not be left behind, because they always send more emails than they have seats in the audience. And this is ABC's headline news. Thank you again, Neo99. Oh, FIFA just picked New York, New Jersey as one of 16 cities to host 2026 World Cup. That's cool. It's 4 more years. Let's see if we will be there. Then we should enjoy that show for sure. The best soccer in the world. You ever attend those morning or evening shows? So far, maybe a few times. The last one was June 16. We'll never forget. June 16, 2021. Actually, today is June 16. Oh boy. It's been exactly 1 year since the first show, Stephen Colbert show, after the pandemic shut down. And bros, they will play at MetLife Stadium and maybe in New York City. Yeah, MetLife for sure. Thank you. That is a stadium for these kind of games. Yeah, June 16, 2021. I think this is me and Mrs. Zhao. We're fortunate enough to obtain the ticket for the first airing of Stephen Colbert show after the pandemic. I'll never forget that. That was a fantastic experience. Almost didn't make it, but we were probably in the last dozen of those who actually got the tickets in the audience. It's been exactly a year. Time flies. Wow. Congratulations, Mrs. Zhao. That's just yet another type of anniversary. American Folk Art Museum is here. Columbus Avenue. Right across the street from ABC Studios, right there. And bro says, I saw Stephen Colbert, but when he was on The Daily Show. And this is the very, very solid building. This one is the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. Almost looks like a combination of church and office building. Powerblock, hello from Romania. Hi, welcome. Good late evening. Across from us is the Lincoln Center. Not exactly across yet, even though partially. This is Alice Tooley Hall at Lincoln Center, right there. And over there would be the main entrance to the Lincoln Center. So let's see what's over there. This is West 65th Street, and this is so-called Lincoln Square. This is where Columbus Avenue and Broadway are connecting. See, look at that. This is Broadway, and right behind us, Columbus Avenue, right there. That's because Broadway is not a straight vertical line. Broadway is going to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Broadway is what used to be, it's almost mimicking the profile of the road that Native Americans used to use to do their trade and, communicate with other tribes and do all things that they used to do. And Broadway was one of the main roads through the huge island of Manhattan at that time. What kind of question is that, Terry? Chesham, I'm near Denmark Park. To our right is Lincoln Center. We're going to... Oh, look at that. I think they have a dance floor all good to go, and something is really blinking right there and being very loud. Dance floor. Last time we were here, they were still building it, not so long ago. So what we're gonna do, we're going to replace it with our music because it's definitely copyright trouble if we play it. So, but we're going to walk around and show you what it looks like. There's some original sound. Yep, Dominican Republic. Not so many people, not so much action, but it's a pretty cool setup. I don't think they'll let anyone in. It's just some sort of a ticket event. And they're dancing on stage and singing. Wow, this is a Lincoln Center. Never looked before, I think. Wow. So cool. Look at the whole stage. This is awesome. This is Lincoln Center. Mario, hi everyone. Regards from Argentina. Hey Mario, buenas noches. This is Lincoln Center, and I guess this is what's called summer for the city. Summer for the city. Pretty awesome. Just the light show itself, and plus live music and dancers on stage. Sometimes, not all the time, but occasionally. It's just I don't know why no one is dancing really. They're just standing there. It's just some do, but most don't. Marlon Augusto, merengue music. Terry Canada, thank you so very much for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Los esperamos, anoten. July 2nd, Los Hacheros with Jeremy Bush.
I think they are done for now.
Max Banda, Max Típico, July 7th, take note.
They say July 7th they will perform again.
Thank you very much and have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, have a good night. Thank you to all the Lincoln Center team. Thank you.
That was pretty awesome. I don't know, can we? I don't know if we can. Can we? No?
Everybody's exit.
Yeah, everyone is such a big boss right there. It's like they don't let anyone in, only out. Alright. Alright. Let him do the job. Yeah, that is pretty massive structure and awesome too. Very, very different from how Lincoln Center used to look like. New York City is back and louder and noisier than ever and more spectacular too. Oh yeah, so many summer festivals in various places in Manhattan, yes. Oh, so many that it's sometimes even difficult to, find them all, even online, which is supposedly the easiest way to do it right now. This is West 63rd Street and Columbus Avenue, Dante Park. This is Dante Park, so called, which is a very small park area, but Mario says, do you leave? No, we don't, but 2117 3rd Avenue in East Harlem is the building where Mario's Italian ancestors settled down in 1910s or so. That area was different at that time, yes. It was Italian, Irish, Jewish, and pretty much a melting pot of everybody else. We are walking toward Columbus Circle. This is the entrance to David Rubenstein Atrium at Lincoln Center. We saw Mark Cuban in Columbus Circle on Sunday. Speaking of Columbus Circle, just walked through Columbus Circle and saw the guy who looked very familiar, and oh boy, that was Mark Cuban. I think they taping their Shark Tank shows here in New York, and that's probably why he was in New York. Teresa says, "Al, you did it again. You just walked up to an event taking place with no prior knowledge of that event." Yes, we did that again, and this is cool, and you can tell New York is, in a good sense, saturated with events. Therefore, the probability of walking into something interesting that's going on is fairly high, especially in the summer. Jason, hello, good evening. Thank you again, David, Neo99, and Terry Canada for your amazing support. Thank you so much. Jason, go Warriors. It's 9:05 p.m. in New York, 69 degrees according to that sign all the way up above Columbus Circle. And we are on Broadway and West 61st Street. Time it out, always something happens in New York City. True. one of the bus stops, Broadway and West 61st. And we are basically in Columbus Circle, and the subway entrance is here all around the Columbus Circle area. Roy says, L, the pictures of murals in your community page are very good. Thank you. Yeah, we posted today several pictures taken in Chinatown in Manhattan, right off Grand Street near the entrance to the subway on the B and D line. I don't think those murals were finished though. They didn't look complete, but they look pretty awesome as they were. So we couldn't help taking pictures and sharing that. Thank you. And this is Columbus Circle Mall, and it's 9:07, but the doors are still open. But the stores are probably closed. And we're back looking at the towers. We saw them from Central Park, and now we're looking at them from Columbus Circle. Hey, sunshine after rain. Good evening. Hey, Narc, Sigueño, saludos desde Panamá. Buen video. Gracias. Muy gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. We have to brush up on our Spanish. Tyler, hey. We are in Columbus Circle. A brand new building is being constructed here. You can tell, not ready yet, but it's being constructed very quickly. And this is basically where we spotted Mark Cuban. And then he crossed the street. He was with his child, and the ice cream truck was standing right there by that subway elevator thing, and they just went there and bought ice cream, and people were knowing who they are, so we saying hi, and he was very patient, responding to everyone, and a few people wanted to take pictures with him, and he didn't mind that. Very humble and very pleasant personality. We're looking at Columbus column and the statue of Columbus on top. Years ago, I think it was 2013 if I'm not mistaken, or probably early 2013 or late, probably about 8 years ago. There was something built around this column that was called Discovering Columbus, and it was basically a staircase all the way to the top, and at the statue level there was a room built where people were standing in that room right next to the statue. So it was all constructed all the way up there, and if you Google Discovering Columbus, you will be able to find a lot of material on the internet. That was pretty amazing because you could stand right there. You could not touch. They did not allow you to touch the statue, but the floor was built the way that you could stand a foot away from the statue. So that was unique. Oscar Garcia, hola from Mexico. Buenas noches and welcome. Bienvenido. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching us without being subscribed, we invite you to our channel. Please subscribe. And when you hit that bell, choose all notifications, please. This way we'll never miss our stream. The fountain in Columbus Circle is fully functional. Now that sounds like a place to sit down and relax. That's Columbus Column and these two towers of Columbus Circle with the mall down here on the first several floors and a huge Whole Foods supermarket on the ground level, underground level. Time it out so much, Grandpa Ups. Thank you so much. The mall is closed, but this is, you can see through the glass windows. The first, second and third floors are the mall area. And of course the outlets and stores to the left and to the right inside the mall. Finally, the signal is back to normal, hopefully. Right in the middle of Columbus Circle, the signal is bad. Yes, that's a great idea, Darlene W. It would be cool if they had colored lights in the fountain. We got spoiled with those other fountains that can change colors. Yes, actually it would be a fantastic idea. I guess they just need some money for that, but also maybe Columbus Circle is not being visited as much as those other fountains as far as the tourist traffic, even though they are all at the mall. Most of them don't even walk through the Columbus Circle like that, like we did right now, so I don't know. Plus, these days Columbus is a controversial historical figure, and therefore doing all this would maybe send a message of you know, promoting the image of someone who is currently not so what's I'm looking for a word, you know, it's being looked at from different angles and different perspectives and not very as straightforward as it was in the past. So who knows what's the reasoning behind it. ANY, nice stream. Good evening again. Hope you're enjoying it. It did not rain, so far the forecast was correct. Let's hope it will be for the next couple of hours. One more look at Columbus Circle Mall, and this is officially called the Deutsche Bank Center. But the mall is called the Shops at Columbus Circle. Central Park's southwest corner is there, across the circle. And Central Park South is the avenue that goes along the southern edge of the park, and Central Park West goes north in that direction. And in that direction is Broadway going into Upper West Side. Now we are in Midtown, or Midtown West. It's not that important. Columbus Circle, and we are on Broadway. This is, by the way, Museum of Arts and Design. Fairly small museum, and maybe it's not being visited as much as other museums, even though it's right here in Columbus Circle, very visible. June is a Pride Month. This is Nordstrom department store. 2 buildings, this one here and this one there. A look at the illumination. This is in honor of the Pride Month, which is June, and rainbow colors are in many places in the city. See, rainbow there, rainbow there. Bicycles here, so being careful, and rainbow there, and reflection of the building across the street. Pretty awesome. West 58th Street. And the next one is West 57, where we're going to make a left and walk toward the next avenue. Outdoor stage at Lincoln Center tonight. Yes, and why? Thank you. Actually, we walked by, and that looked very, very disco-like. Not too many people inside, but it was very colorful and very loud. NYC, I passed by earlier this evening. Yeah, and we passed by just recently, minutes ago. Bagel and Wokes, hi Al, and New York City fans. Hey, Bagel and Wokes, welcome, welcome. And the building itself is, let's see, from top to bottom. Very colorful. We're not going to do it tonight, but walking down the line, down this way along Broadway would take us to Times Square. In fact, if we look all the way in the center of the screen right there, we don't see Times Square yet, but we see lots of lights, and those are, you know, the indicator that Times Square is very close by. It's only maybe 10 street blocks from here, but we are on West 57th Street between Broadway and 7th Avenue. We're walking towards 7th Avenue, and this is Nordstrom's main entrance. Bagel and Walks, excellent colors. It's very tall too, as you can tell. Like if you compare to the how many floors is that installation. This is West 57th Street. And looking into Nordstrom, one of the more expensive department stores, but to some it may not be so expensive. But look at the decorations inside. They change them all the time. Joseph says, Al, on West 57th Street years ago, I see Salvador Dali. Perhaps. Oh, you saw Salvador Dali? Wow. Wow, how many years ago that was? If we only knew all these famous people who walk along these blocks. Most of them we don't know, we don't recognize right away, but there's plenty of them here. Whoa, gimbal got emotional. Difficult angle, but we're going to fix it right now. Okay, and Y says beautiful lights. Brooklyn Diner is across the street. There are two diners here, Brooklyn Diner across the street and Carnegie Diner at the end of this block. Brooklyn Diner is even more expensive than Carnegie Diner, but except for maybe very few items, but that's our subjective opinion. Carnegie Diner is much better. You even need reservations oftentimes to get a good table at Carnegie Diner, and you don't need any at Brooklyn Diner. So if you're here in the area and you're choosing between Brooklyn Diner and Carnegie Diner, choose Carnegie if you get a chance. Bon berceau du Royaume de France. Bonsoir, bonne nuit, and welcome. Jeff says she died in 1989. He was almost 75. Carnegie Hall is across the street, but it's been renovated on the outside, so all you see is the building covered by scaffoldings. But this is Carnegie Diner and Cafe, and this is what it looks like. You can see the musicians and performance, their pictures are on the wall, and these tables are, oh, last time we were here was sat right at that table right there. And Y says I could go for a great burger right now. Me too. Otkirton. Hello, hello. This is Carnegie Diner. Very empty right now, but it's not the peak time, of course. In the morning, you can get through the lady who's not letting you get the table you want, or because everything is reserved. One of the entrances to 57th Street Station on N, R, Q, and W lines. This is 57th Street and 7th Avenue. And from here you can see Times Square right there. Unfortunately, with our camera you cannot focus too much, but this is the tower you see in front of you in the center is the tower that has the ball on top of it and numerals 2022. Numerals are probably about 7 feet tall, but they can be seen from here for those who have good vision. Not through the cameras, unfortunately, because they don't zoom in that much. We are going to slowly but surely end our stream today. We want to thank you again for your amazing support, for your super chats and super stickers, your amazing donations and contributions. We want to say that we enjoyed the work and hope you enjoyed the work as well. No matter where you are in the world, we want to wish you a good evening, good night, good morning, or good afternoon. Time it out. You're welcome for the stream. Stay happy, stay healthy. We will see you later, but we probably will see you soon. Thank you very much. And hey, if you did not subscribe yet, this is the moment. Please subscribe. If you watched all this right and watching right now and you're not subscribed, something is wrong. Click that button, subscribe, and hit the bell and choose all notifications. And this way you will never miss our streams and videos again. We started in Central Park, it was quiet and nice, and now we are on 57th Street and 7th Avenue. This is New York City's evening in Midtown. And from here we're going to say goodnight again and try to have a fantastic rest of your day. Over and out.